What's up, guys? Macklemore boys are here. We're hanging out at our Zephyr, and what, 45 foot long?
45 foot tag axle. This is probably one of my favorite Tiffin motorhomes that I've ever seen. I've been a Tiffin owner now for 5 years. I've got an Allegro bus, and this Zephyr has it all.
Yep, so we're
everything that you would want is in this baby right here.
We're hanging out at Camp Margaritaville here in Auburndale, and Lazydays here in Tampa brought us a unit for us to hang out in. We're gonna do some cooking, and we wanna do a little walkthrough with you guys. We're gonna show you the inside, come out and show you the outside, some features of it. We camp religiously in your Tiffin.
Yep.
It's a pretty similar unit, so let's go see it.
All right, let's go. So talk about space for a minute. When all 4 slides on the Zephyr unit comes out, this is like an apartment on wheels. You can see this is the modern style that they have. The beauty of this is you can get whatever color you want with this particular brand. And I've been a Tiffin owner for 5 years now, and I can tell you the service, the people that you're involved with, and all of the amenities that you get in this, along with Lazydays being in support, has been amazing.
You've actually had yours serviced at Lazydays.
Yes.
And the hospitality, the customer service there is awesome. He actually camped in it in one of the bays while they were servicing it. It was pretty cool. But what's interesting about this, it's a similar, almost the same layout as your, you have a Tiffin bus, correct?
Allegro bus.
His is red on the outside. Yeah. This one's, it's a beautiful paint job. But we spend a lot of time in these chairs. What do you call these? These are the double recliners? Theater seats?
Theater seats.
USB port, they lean all the way back. I've actually slept in these when I think it sleeps 6. It's about 45 foot long, 13 foot 4 feet tall, 4 inches tall, 13 foot 4 inches tall. Got a 605 horsepower Cummins engine.
That makes me a little jealous because mine's got a 450 horse, which has been awesome everywhere we travel. But stepping up to the 605.
So pull-in's great. I will say this little feature: USBs are on top. Dad's is in the side. I do like that upgrade because I don't like hitting the USB port on the side. But I've actually slept in these. These are very comfortable. I love the plug-in. Dad's doesn't have one here. You have to plug in here, so that's a cool addition.
I tell you something else that I do love as well. We do a lot of traveling on the road, and we don't have to run our generator to run our computers and the microwave. This unit is set up so that while you're traveling, you've got enough power to be able to service what your needs are going down the road. There's typically 4 of us traveling when we're on the road.
And we normally have our Wi-Fi station. We have a travel Wi-Fi. It's normally plugged up here, and I normally sit here and work, so that plug-in's pretty awesome going down the road. When it's pushed in, you have just enough space to walk through. So if I was walking back, you can still access your sink, your microwave. We love popcorn down the road, so we're constantly using this. It's got your dishwasher, which Mom and Dad, I will say, have y'all ever used your dishwasher?
We store our dishes.
This is a storage
dishwasher
unit.
More than we use the dishwasher, but it's really nice to have for those that do want a dishwasher.
That's just us being honest, but
we will, while we're traveling, this is a nice little feature here. We'll actually pull into a rest area and we'll pop one slide out so that we can get to the refrigerator very comfortably. We make our lunch, take a break, pop the slide back in, get back on the road.
So we are constantly watching TV too. So this, actually, the TV pops up. For time's sake, I'm not gonna do that.
Where's the remote on that? Let's pop it up and show them.
Okay, well, I'll pop it up.
So you've got a large screen TV while you're actually traveling down the road. You can watch TV. What we also love is when we get set up on our location, you have a front TV right above the driver. You've got the raise up TV for the side for the theater seats, and a TV in the back bedroom.
I just noticed
this. 4th TV on the outside of the coach.
I just noticed this. This one has a sound bar. Yours does not have a sound bar, so that's a pretty cool upgraded feature. I do love that a lot of the plugins have USB ports, so you don't have to have your little USB dongle.
Yeah.
It's got the dinette seat. Dad actually did take this out, and he moved this couch to here and put in another scissor bed because we're doing a lot of events and we're sleeping lots of people. But I actually personally love this because it's a good workstation.
Yeah, I will say the dinettes, people like that if they have a family. But if it's 2 to 4 people, I really like the dinette setup like this,
and
because you've got
storage,
more room.
because you lost storage.
You got more storage.
One cool. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, if you really look at a lot of campers and you get them opened up, the windows on the passenger side and the driver's side sometimes are a little small. This has a window system in it that is unlike anything I've ever seen. So when you want to have the view, you've got really nice big plate glass windows, super cool. And a feature that I've always loved on my bus, and the Zephyr has the same features from the driver's seat, from the passenger seat, from the master bed, from different locations in this coach. You can operate the entire coach.
Yeah, I love the touch.
The shades are automatic, whether they're the solar shades or the night shades. It is super convenient. From my bed, I can turn the generator on and off. I can do the shades up and down. I can adjust all the air throughout the entire coach. I can lock the doors. I can lock the outside panels, bays. Everything is controlled from your fingertips from, check this out, this spider unit right here in the center of the coach. This operates the entire coach. You go to home and you can see everything about your coach. Every light system is operated from here. You can check out your power. You can check out your air conditioner unit. This right here is going to be your slides, all 4 slides going in and out. This is your solar shades, and this gives you the ability to go to the outside awnings, which are amazing. The Zephyr unit comes with the window awnings that are automatic, which is amazing. So everything about this unit,
and they do have the auto
fingertips.
The auto retract wind sensors is pretty cool. One upgrade to the Zephyr from like his bus is you get all of the paneled built-in, so it's a really clean, flush look. I think this is an upgrade for the Zephyr too, correct? Is the
wine cooler
or drink center, whatever they call that. And I will say this: we're not getting paid for this. Dad personally owns a bus.
What?
So
we're not getting paid?
No. And so a lot of our experience is real life, family. So it's cool that this is a similar layout. We use this bathroom religiously. Me and my wife always end up on the pull-out couch if we're staying together. Mom and Dad obviously have the back unit. The cool thing about that is we can close them off, or they can close us off, and we have full access to a bath. This is a half bath, so we still shower in the back, but I can brush my teeth if we get up sooner. My wife is pregnant right now, so she is getting up earlier than I do, or earlier than they do. She can get ready, have her morning coffee. But we want to go to the back unit.
Before we go back there, we do a lot of cooking. Everywhere we go, we're not just cooking for our family. We do really large events, and the thing that we need is refrigeration and freezer space. This is absolutely amazing. You have a full-size double refrigerator with the freezer down at the bottom.
And this is always full, packed to the house with us.
Packed. I also love this feature here. When you close this unit here, you've got a latch so that the door never comes open. Doesn't have that. So the Zephyr does come with that to keep the
never fails
closed.
that you go to open this and a pickle jar or something falls out. So that's actually pretty nice.
Very strategic how you load your refrigerator, because when you get down there, it's like an overhead bin when you're flying, something's coming out. All right, so we're in the master suite. This is a king size bed, super comfortable, and when the slides are out, you have plenty of room. But this is a really cool feature right here, where when you make the bed, it is super easy to make the bed on this unit because it comes all the way out.
All right, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that.
So,
holy cow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't ever get to stay on the comfy bed, nor do I make it. So that, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually pretty cool. My old style fifth wheel is very hard to make the bed. So that's actually pretty cool.
I love this too because you have the ability to adjust this while you're watching TV, whether you want it to be slightly elevated or not.
And there's two double-sided touch panels.
Yes.
So both sides can have same access. Overhead storage, we normally store lots of stuff up there, kind of cool hidden storage. What I do love about the Zephyr is all of the cabinetry is really, like yours, again, I'm not knocking the bus because the bus is beautiful,
Amazing.
but like, if you look right here, the TV is like, you don't even know it's here. So that's a nice upgrade for the Zephyr, is everything is very sleek, very built-in looking, versus the TV kind of sitting on top of it. Lots of storage. I actually like the fireplace edition.
That's the remote that I found a while ago.
My mom
That's awesome.
loves a fireplace. She'll stand. She loves the heat on it. So, and then the back of the unit, again, you can close this off completely if someone's showering. The shower is amazing. The Aqua-Hot system for us is phenomenal.
6'3", 6'5" with my hat, and you can see the clearance that I have inside of the shower. Love that. You got the seat.
He loves the seat.
Do love the seat. So another thing that's cool about the shower, my wife packs.
It's got body sprays.
It does. This is an upgrade over my bus. So what my wife does when we're traveling down the road is she uses the shower to store a lot of the things that are going in our bedroom when we get set up. So it's great for storage, but then when we get there, shower's amazing.
So, very comfortable. I'm not gonna talk about this one.
The throne.
But the throne. But doesn't this have the grinder system that puts it up forward? Mm-hmm. Yep. So flush and all that good stuff. One difference between his bus and the Zephyr is the washer and dryer. It's a full walk-in closet. Yours is just a slide panel, correct?
Yeah, so my unit is 40 foot, so I don't have the walk-in. That's right. Mine is a single axle 40 foot Allegro bus. So I've got the washer and dryer unit that is facing here and the single closet. This is a walk-in closet. Cool. This is amazing.
So I'm not 6'3". I'm the only male in my family that under 6 foot. I'm 5'9.5" with shoes and 5'10". But the washer and dryer's in here. Dad can stand fully here. This is actually really nice. When we do longer camps, we do a lot of NASCAR. We do a lot of family vacations. So when you're at location, certain resorts and places have washers and dryers, but when we do NASCAR, there's no washer and dryer situation. So this is awesome to have. We store a lot of stuff. We're constantly changing clothes because we do a lot of TV. So this is a full walk-in closet, lots of storage.
Check out behind you right here, you have a safe.
Gracious, didn't even know that was there.
This is something that I really like. All of your electrical panels are very accessible right here. Dude. And you have full access of your drawers here. And there is a safe, I believe, right behind you right there.
What?
Yep.
Did not know that was there. We will always, most of the time we have 4 of us in here. That sleeps up to 6. The double sink, the bathroom, you can change fully back here. Very, very comfortable, even with 6 people in it, or 4 in most of the case with us.
For safety, you have an exit window right here that's in the back of the unit. Safety first.
Let's go outside because we spend a lot of time outside cooking.
Yeah.
Let's go outside.
So when this unit showed up, I was blown away. The exterior paint job on this Zephyr is probably one of my favorites. The Allegro bus that I have is the black and red, which I super love, but this design right here probably is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
the other thing
it's eye-popping. It catches the attention.
It does, and I love certain features about this unit. When you crank the unit, the steps will automatically retract. When you crank the unit, your big awnings will automatically retract. Yep. And then your system right here, you've got the doorbell, You can lock and unlock your system from this keypad right here, so you don't have to take the keys with you.
You can lock the bins, you can retract everything, you can turn lights on and off. The lighting system on this at night is pretty incredible. I love seeing it lit up. The underglow, and then we're always cooking at night. So you get lights underneath the slides, which are very helpful, and you've got side lights. That light right there, when we're cooking at night, we don't have to set up separate lights.
It's amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
Again, we do a lot of cooking, so the refrigerator and freezer that we showed you on the inside is amazing, but check this out underneath. You have a full,
got it? Now,
freezer,
I want to say this.
refrigeration unit.
Dad's has this, but it stops about, let me go back. Dad's stops about here. This is a 2020 model. This 2025, correct? Comes a lot farther. When you're getting drinks a lot, which we do, this is actually a nice feature for it to come further out and you're not having to dip under the slide. But we put
and
cold drinks and food, we constantly cook out of this too.
And you can also use this as a refrigerator or a freezer or a combo.
Yep.
Mine is just one unit. This is a dual unit.
Little thing, the way they did the cord
Yep.
is a nice feature, or not upgrade, because
Tucks in
his
super
does
nice.
kind of get caught sometimes.
Yep.
I like the way that tucks.
So that's our refrigeration and freezer unit underneath. The awnings that are on the outside, that is a feature that I absolutely love. Gerard does a phenomenal job with their awnings, and the wind is blowing really big right now.
Yeah.
So the large awnings that will retract on this unit have a sensor. So if the wind kicks up, they'll automatically retract. Again, when you crank your unit, if the awning's out, they automatically retract.
Yep.
And then we go to the outdoor entertaining. You have a full TV with a sound bar.
We
Super
love
nice.
being able to hook our phones up to this sound bar because we're constantly playing music. The sound bar also does play sound from the TV as well. We're constantly streaming either movies for the kids or watching the race or watching, TV. So
Big thing for me. I was trying to decide which unit I wanted to go with. I specifically went with the bus because of the height underneath and the storage capabilities that the bus and the Zephyr both have. I also love the fact that my slides come out manually. And John Boy, if you'll step back, I'll show you where the remote is.
Oh, this comes out automatically?
Yeah.
What? All right. No way. All right. Okay. If you saw me, I was trying to Dad's has a lever and this comes out manually.
Keep pulling, keep mashing that. I love the fact
that is so cool.
The weight capacity is amazing on these, and we store our grills, our charcoal, we store our chairs, our mats, everything underneath.
So
you not only have one.
Can I say this real quick? Because we store a lot of stuff. These have mats right here, and yours is just one sheet, and so stuff has a tendency to slide, so we make sure it's wedged in there. The sticky mats are actually
They're awesome.
Really cool.
So basically everything that we're finding out about the Zephyr is an upgrade, and I've heard multiple times since we've been doing this walkthrough that I need to upgrade from my Allegro bus to the Zephyr.
I don't want to knock a bus because his bus is amazing, but just that all the little features that you get in the Zephyrs, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty epic.
Comes with chairs. Now these can be for the indoor dinette or for outdoors.
Yep. That's
pretty cool.
That is, oh man, deal. I'm blown away. We did a pretty good walkthrough. I did not know these were automatic. I probably shouldn't say that on the camera, but that's a real life, figuring out real time.
Yep, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Love the height, the ability. Again, I'm 6'3", so the ability to get underneath here is very easily accessible.
So that accesses your water system.
That is your water system there. This is extra storage right here. Your Aqua-Hot unit is right on the back panel of that. We'll walk around to the other side and show you. One of the things that I love about my bus that the Zephyr has that's similar is how easy it is to hook up the power, the water, the sewage. Everything is super, super convenient.
So on Dad's, we actually outfitted this with a pull-out sink.
Yep.
Because the Aqua-Hot's right there. So Dad's has a stainless steel sink that comes out right here because we do a lot of cooking. So either storage or you can outfit it with, you know, your custom stuff. So.
Yep.
Tag axle again.
DEF fuel is here. One of the things that I love about when I pull up to fuel my unit is you have the diesel on the left and the right hand side. So no matter where you pull in, it's super easy to fuel up. This is your battery system right here that operates the engine. Again, this has a 605 horsepower Cummins engine. I have a 450 horse on mine. Never had any problem with power. Imagine going from the 450 to the 605. This unit right here, pulling trailers,
yep.
The towing capacity, going in and out of the mountains, outrunning everybody on the interstate. Let's go.
Dad, on his bus, has a hydro lift system, which would outfit to this as well. It's built into the frame, and it actually comes down, and we put scooters on it, grills and scooters, smokers, and then obviously his Jeep plugs up and hooks up back behind it.
Yeah.
But I don't know the towing capacity off the top of my head.
20,000 pounds.
But I don't imagine we're gonna exceed the towing capacity.
No. So another thing that I like about this, and my Allegro bus has the same feature, is you have the engine here and you have the radiator unit on the side. So when you have a hydro lift system, you don't have the radiator coming out of the back of the unit, which is great for me because of the design that we built with our unit.
Cool.
Easy access for checking all of your fluids. Again, amazing design. This is our power system right here that hooks it up. This is a 50 amp service. You can reduce it down to a 30 amp to run 2 air conditioning units, or if you hook it up to a 20 amp service, you can run one air conditioner unit. And we come right here, you got your DEF fuel. Again, they've thought of everything. So you get to a truck stop or when you're fueling up your unit, you've got DEF on the passenger side and you've got DEF access on the driver's side.
Aqua-Hot access right here if you need to access Aqua-Hot.
So let's talk about the Aqua-Hot for a second. At my home, I have continuous hot water with a Rinnai unit. This has the same system that I have at home for an RV. So when we're taking showers, endless, I repeat, endless hot water. That's amazing.
The other cool thing, it's not just showers, because we have grandkids. I've got my first on the way. And when we're doing outdoor events or cooking, is to have the hose being able to go out there. We do a little swimming pool sometimes, washing off stuff. The endless hot water is pretty cool for even the outdoor activities.
Yeah.
So you got a wash station here. When you're doing the poopy stuff, you can wash off stuff, but you got bottom access, gray and black release. You got your water. So my camper doesn't have the reel system. So this is pretty cool. When I like hooking his up more than mine because it's got the reel. I have to fool with the hose and stuff and store it in underneath. But
you have a sanitary flush system, so when I get through and I'm cleaning my black water out, I hook my hose up here, flush out my system so that it's always super clean. You have power reels for your hose and power reel for your electric, super easy and convenient.
Mine doesn't have this, but city water tank fill. So if you wanted to switch to your tank when you're going on the road or whatever, that's pretty cool because I have to unplug mine and plug it up to a different tank.
Yeah. All right. So again, on both sides, this is another really cool feature. The same system that goes actually will go.
That's so cool, man. Good Lord.
On the passenger side and the driver's side. I love how far they come out to. And again, that, just the small things.
It's the little things. This is additional access to battery systems.
Yep, and that is the lithium batteries.
Now we did a little bit of an extreme test here. We pulled the motorhome all the way forward in this slot so you can see how far the reel reaches. So it gives you lots of flexibility. It almost reaches to the front of the coach. So depending on the spot that you're actually, or the camping ground or resort that you're at, you've got a long cord. The hose, the water hose also reaches pretty far, and then obviously your poopy tanks, you just add additional poopy tank things.
All right, so again, here's our fuel tank.
Let's go to the front.
Both sides when you're filling up.
That's cool. Dad loves yelling at me through that.
I do. Let's talk about the lighting system. When we get on location, the exterior lights on this unit are beautiful. You have not only the lights for the awnings, but you have undercarriage lights, so it's just kind of cool when you get there. Tiffin lights up. We're super proud of that brand, obviously. Everything about the system, again, is convenient. It's beautiful. They've thought of all the little things for the people that camp, and again, we do a lot of camping. So it doesn't matter if we're on a family vacation, if we're on tour and cooking for an event, for one of our charity events for the military. The unit that I have, again, a leg robust compared to this Zephyr, really gives us a mobile kitchen and a mobile apartment for everything that we need.
Camera systems all the way around. I actually really like the front camera. So if you're parking close, he parks his in a camper indoor slot. So being able to know where, you know, how close you are to something. And then last thing, appreciate Lazydays in Tampa for this. But talk about the club.
So I bought my unit in February of 2020, 2 days before COVID.
Yep.
Like right on the edge. And when I bought it from Lazydays in Tampa, Florida, the experience was amazing because we were part of the Crown Club. So we had a 3-year membership as a new RV owner. So when we bought it, they did a full walkthrough. We spent the night at Lazydays. They made sure before I pulled out and went back to Columbus, Georgia with my unit, that I knew everything about it. So their service and their techs were amazing. And the other thing that was cool is with the warranty that we had, it was a 1-year warranty. About 11 months into that warranty, we drove back to Tampa to Lazydays, spent the night. They did a full walkthrough, took care of anything that we had on the coach. And the experience of staying in the campground and not having to be off-site, going back and forth, thanks to the Crown Room. Crown Club was amazing.
So we're here in Auburndale, Florida at Camp Margaritaville. We're gonna be doing some cooking. We're doing some barbecue pairings. We're about to actually light the grill up and get cooking now. The McElmore Boys loves Lazydays. We love Tiffin. Thank you guys for bringing the unit out. We're gonna get to cooking so we can do what we do best, which is eat.
Yeah, and thanks Paul. He's been behind the camera.
Yeah, what up, Paul?
Great job. Thanks for your help bringing this baby in.
High five, guys. Check out the McElmore Boys. Got to do a little plug there. We love helping you with our culinary barbecue tips and tricks. You see us on Fox all the time, cooking, and we love camping. We love family time and doing what we do best, which is a little bit of laughter and eating. So let's do it. High five, baby. See y'all.